Hello everybody, welcome to yet another video. As you can see by the title page, yes, it is a TFNation 2020 video.
Raise your eyes, blue skies, let's move out. It's the first lift off.
This is just simply an update video. I haven't done a video since essentially since TFNation broke me. This is going back about maybe 4 months ago now, and I made a video when, this was now obviously back last year, when TFNation announced Peter Cullen as a massive voice actor guest for this year's convention. They broke me in that video, and Billy and everybody else just they loved the fact that they broke me. Not long ago, maybe about a month ago, they retweeted the video I did on Twitter, saying that the time we broke Nosey. And yeah, you did, you twats, you buggers, you broke me. The reason why am I doing this video? Many people will be screaming at the camera saying it's too early to do a TFNation videos. You should at least start doing the video process. I'd say maybe a couple of months, maybe 2 to 3 months before the event starts. So it's about to come around, should I say. You could do that if you wish, but I haven't done a video and I have not done an update on the guests for quite some time. And the reason why I've not done one is primarily I don't want to do too many videos. I feel I've done way too many in the past. Last year I did quite a lot, and the year previous I did quite a lot. And in my own little way, I like to try and get the buzz going. I like to try and kind of be like a bit of a cheerleader, kind of unofficial cheerleader, a very ugly cheerleader, to try and get the buzz going in terms of what's coming up with TFNation. So, but like I said, the reason why I've not made any more videos in regards to TFN since I made that announcement video about Peter Cullen going is generally for that reason. I don't want to make too many. I'm going to have a good healthy gap in between. I always do a pre-video, or at least, I always try to do at least a pre-TFN video. And then I always do my vlogs. I do a special TFNation vlog, as many of you may have seen. If you haven't seen them, check below this video because I will be linking every single vlog I've done since I've been going. Without further ado, let us get on with this video. So hopefully it won't be too long. I've been talking for just over 4.5 minutes now. So I have a list. There's 15 guests in total that has been announced. So the first one that was announced very early on, this was the very first voice actor just before they announced Peter Cullen. And I believe that was Tanya Gunadi, who is the voice of Miko. And so yes, I am incredibly happy and very excited to meet Tanya. She has been kind of in the background with TFNation and previous convention, which was Auto Assembly. I know they are. I do apologise to Billy or to anybody that is watching this video that's behind the scenes at TFN for mentioning Auto Assembly. I know it's a bit of a forbidden word, because obviously TFN do not want to really be remembered as that. Even though they aren't, TFNation's its own thing, but Auto Assembly did lead into TFN in the end. But yes, she was. I remember there was a couple of shout out announcements saying, "Oh, I wish I was there. Have a great time this year at whatever. And I noticed that a couple of times, and people were like, is she ever going to come? You know, she's doing these shout outs to people, but she just never came. But this year is the year to finally see her in person and meet her, get a photo of her, and have a great time and see how she is, see what she's like as a person, as an individual. I've heard rumours about her that she's very energetic and she's quite hyperactive nature, and that's cool with me. I don't mind that at all. So I'm quite happy to check out her panels and whatever else she's a part of. Next one is Elyse Sullivan. Now, Elyse Sullivan is one of the brand new guests of honour that is part of the Artist Alley this year. From what I can gather, he is a Marvel Transformers G1 artist, and I think he moved on to other stuff later on. But he is mainly known for his Marvel Transformers G1 stuff, and so that's Elyse Sullivan. And never seen the guy before, never met the guy. I believe this is his first TFN, and I don't know if I'm not sure if he's, I don't know, but I don't know much about the guy's background. I've never read any of the Marvel Transformers because I want to try and get into my comic books again, but I'm so behind. I've got about 30 years behind me that I've, it's like 30 odd years worth of comic books, and I've never even read half of them. Not even a quarter of them I don't think I've ever read. Anyway, let's move on. The next guest is Jack Lawrence. So Jack Lawrence is a returning guest. He's been going for quite a while. I think he's gone to every single one. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think. So Jack Lawrence is going. He is an artist. Sorry, he was the artist on Lost Light and other RDW Transformers comics. Next one is obviously James Roberts. I say obviously because he's pretty much part of the woodwork now. But James Roberts is awesome. He's the writer on Last Stand and Sins of the Wreckers. So he's, I think, the writer. I might be getting mixed up with Nick, but I think he's the writer, and I think Nick Roach is the artist. I believe. Yes. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, so let's move on to another brand new guest artist going this year, Anna Mcguire. Apparently she was an ex-Forge artist, and now she works for IDW Comics. Again, I don't know who she is. I probably walked past her a few times in the Forge because I always go in the Forge. One thing I do like about TFNation is that it has a great community it celebrates the community behind it. And I'm not saying other conventions don't do that. There is a lot of other conventions out there that do support the fans and the community behind it. Like artists that are inspired by comic books and other things, So that is a great thing that I love about TFN, is that it is a convention that does support the that sort of thing. I'm going to definitely go and check out her artworks, see what she's like as an artist. I do like to go around the new ones primarily because obviously I'm not familiar with their works. I've never read their works, but if they're a really, really beautiful artist, they're really, really gifted artists, I always like to go to them and maybe try and get a print or two from them because I do like to do that. Also, there is Sarah Stone coming to TFN 2020. Very first time ever coming. Another very new face to comics. She is also an IDW comic artist. So Sarah Stone will be there as well. Next thing is another voice actor, Somali Montana, who's the voice of RC from Transformers Prime. So everybody remember this year's theme is Transformers Prime. And so far, every voice actor that's been announced so far, including Peter Cullen, are all from Prime. So yeah, so that's pretty cool, because I do love Transformers Prime. I think it's a great series, and yeah, and Somali Montana did a fantastic job as RC, and she next to Sue Blue, who was the OG RC. I am really, really quite looking forward to meeting Somali again. I mean, I say again because I met her back a few years ago. So yeah, Somali Montana, fantastic, lovely person, and looking forward to see her again. Of course, Peter Cullen has to be there, so I've already said, I'm not going to say too much more about him. Number 8 is John Paul Beauvais, comic book artist again. So John Paul Beauvais is again part of the woodwork in some shape or form. He's been pretty much every single year that I've ever, he's a lovely guy, great guy, incredibly talented artist. Go and check him out. Next is obviously the other half of the Last Stand and the Sins of the Wreckers, and that's Nick Roach. He's also going. As I assume he's the artist on those two, and obviously he's worked on other books since then, like Lost Light, I believe. I think. I do not. Yeah, so I'm just going to say Last Stand and Sins of the Wreckers are their Nick's and James's signature kind of thing. There is other ones that are under their names as well. The Robots in Disguise comic series, and something else. Anyway, next is Kai Zama. She is also going to be returning to TFN 2020. She's a fantastic artist, and very happy she's coming again. Next one is Jim Sir Ensign, writer / historian I've put here, because that was kind of what the gist of who he is. He's a writer, and he also he's pretty much, let's just put it this way, he's the American version of Chris McFeely. Both of them are very, very they're both kind of massive fans, but they're also really knowledgeable about the background of it. But obviously Jim Sir Ensign, he's kind of been there since, right, I think from the beginning. I think so he's pretty much, yeah. So Jim Sir Ensign's awesome. The guy with the hat, always remember that. Number 12 is another guy called Andy Goosens, former Hasbro designer. So this is one that I unfortunately missed out when I originally was writing the list out. So Andy Goosens, I'm actually really looking forward to meeting him, or at least checking out his panels at least, because he's a former Hasbro designer, and I like going to panels that are talking about what goes into, designing toys and everything like that. So I'll definitely be checking him out, because so that's cool. I believe it said something about G.I. Joe 1.5 or something, I don't know, so I believe he's worked with G.I. Joe at some point as well. Number 13 is Beth Mcguire Smith. Again, this is another guest artist that I've unfortunately did miss out at the beginning when I was making this list out. But Beth Mcguire Smith, she's another ex-Forge artist and now works for IDW. So that's Anne Mcguire and Beth Mcguire Smith, that are both ex-Forge, artists and everything, that have managed to actually get a career as a professional comic book artist in some shape or form. Next one is number 14, Brian Ruckley, who is a writer. Again, I don't know much more about that guy, but it's pretty cool. And this is the very, very recent comic book artist that was just announced Friday, just gone, and that is James Reyes. He's an artist. He's worked on Dreamwave and also IDW. So that is up to date, up to now. If there is a name that I've missed out, do forgive me. I will make sure, and I'll make a note of that when I do decide to make a video in the future. Because like I said, I want to kind of have a nice healthy gaps in between the videos I do, and I also want to reduce the amount I do. Well, reduce them to a point. I mean, there's some times where something might happen, you never know, maybe a very crafty guest announcement might happen, so an impromptu video may occur when anything like that may happen. But up to now that is completely up to date as what I've currently seen through the TFN website. So yes, some great guests of honour again, great artists, some new faces, some brand new faces, and some faces that we've seen that have been going ever since the start of TFN. That's not a bad thing. That's actually it's a really good thing. It's great to see them come back. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be really, really awesome. I cannot wait. The reason why I'm making this video is because we are pretty much around the corner for the tickets to go on sale finally, and that is literally a week on Saturday. A week on Saturday is when these tickets for TFNation 2020 finally go on sale. So I wanted to get this video out there because of how close we are to the tickets going on sale. So yes, make sure you mark your calendars, get your alarms ready, whatever it is, and try your damnedest to get there in time for those tickets to go on sale, and especially to try and book your hotels as well. I will be trying my damnedest to get my ticket sorted. Can't wait. And also, Billy and everybody else, you bunch of twats, thank you so much for breaking me the last time you made a big announcement. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you awesome. Of course I'm joking. Billy, you're the man. You are the man. You're the man with the sleeves. You're the man with the stripy sleeves. You are Lord. You are not worthy. And see you soon.